Good morning, everybody. Happy holidays. Glad you all made it out. I know it's a busy time of year. It's a crazy time. I mean, we got things going on for days, especially if you got kids, right? You got ballet recitals and man, I'm not going to be able to hang with the cuteness. It's going to be too much. All right. So the way that things are going to work this morning, okay, we are here to offer you tools for your tool belt. So what our goal is today is for each of you to take something back with you that will hopefully help you close a transaction maybe you wouldn't have closed, give you confidence to take on a transaction that maybe you wouldn't have taken on, something like that, some way to have better success coming in the next year, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to just go speaker to speaker, and all my speakers, make sure you realize that we need to be on mic or we're not going to be heard on Zoom, okay? So everybody needs to be on the microphone. Other than that, any other things that I'm missing, Jamie, that I need to mention? Okay, so we're just going to go rapid fire. So everybody's going to come up, they're going to present, and then the next speaker will come right up after that. If you want to grab some, feel free to take one home, for lunch or something, nuke it later at the office. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But we are happy to do that. We as the A-Team affiliates, so who are the A-Team affiliates? Okay, so just as a refresher course. The A-Team affiliates are our affiliates here at the board that are, I guess you'd say, more involved than others. So we have a minimum requirement of committees that we need to be on, events we need to attend, things like that, to make sure that we are actively involved in supporting you as realtors here at the board, okay? So the A-Teamers are the ones that have committed to that, and so they are here today in their commitment to you to help as much as we possibly can, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Ms. Karen Clemens. She's our first presenter.
Thank you, Dan, and welcome everyone. If you haven't put your card in, I just tried to walk around. Each of us speakers are going to give a little gift just to thank you for coming and thanking you for your time. So today, I want to talk to you about 1031 exchanges on the fly, which who even hears that? I mean, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I have to call Karen a month, 2 months in advance. My client is just thinking about an exchange. I better call her. Yes, do that. But what happens when you're in that situation and you're getting ready to close and you're getting excited because you're going to get your commission, and then your client calls and says, I was talking to my neighbor's sister's brother, and they said I can do this thing and I won't have to pay taxes. What is that? And you're like, oh my gosh, Karen talked about this one time. I think I heard her. Where's her number? That's right. That is the correct answer also. Call Karen Clemens. So everyone in the room knows what an exchange is. Is that correct? If you don't, raise your hand. I'll go through it really quickly. It's a way for your clients to defer the payment on taxes, any gains, all of that, when they do an exchange of investment property and they buy investment property. So you want to make sure that your contract is going to be assignable. So you're at the last day and you don't remember, did I do this? Did I not? If you contact me, trust me, I'm going to contact escrow and we're going to make sure that there is an assignment document and that everything is copacetic. So the best thing I think to do is to email me, email escrow, and provide the name, phone number, email address of the client, because we're going to need that, the address of the property to be sold, the name and contact of the escrow officer. And really, if you're emailing both of us, just say, want to get you both in the loop. Sorry, it's last minute. However, the client was talking to their best friend's sister's brother's nephew and found out about an exchange and now wants to do it. And if you can give me a copy of the purchase and sale agreement, I mean, you have it, right? It's not a secret. You've got it. So give it to me because I need that to prepare my documents. And then I'm going to contact escrow. And there is a California real estate form that is an exchange addendum, I think, that lets people know that your client's going to do an exchange. So you can send that out really quickly and get both parties to sign it, and it's fine. Now, I always do a notice with my exchange documents, so it's not a problem. Notice is a requirement by the IRS. It's not just because we want to do it. all parties need to be noticed that an exchange is happening. Does anybody have any quick questions on that? Okay. I also want to say I am your local choice for exchanges. I work with at Mission Bank, although we are actually a sister company to Mission Bank. We're Mission 1031 Exchange. But I do volunteer in our community. I'm on various committees here at the board, at my church, at my grandchildren's school. And I would love your support. If you have any exchange needs, I would appreciate a call. Thank you so much and Merry Christmas. So because I like to shop local, I have a local gift certificate from the place at the marketplace. I'm trying to blink on the name. Please do. Oh, goodness. Noodle bar. Oh, thank you. I knew it when I walked in here. Okay, so I'm going to have Jamie. Chef Choice Noodle Bar used to be downtown. So good. It's a blue card. It says real estate in it. What's the name?
Jessica Presley.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you, Karen. Okay, so I am going to talk to you about how you can create more inventory. Isn't that something we'd all like to do these days, right? Because that's a big problem, the lack of inventory. So I'm going to show you a way that you could potentially create more inventory by helping buyers that currently have a low interest rate, helping them realize that it would actually be a benefit to them to take on a higher interest rate. You heard me right. To take on a higher interest rate and why it would be a benefit to them. Okay. So I'm going to show you a kind of interesting way to do that. All right. But first, I want to start with a little bit of like where we are right now and why this makes a lot of sense in our current day right now. Okay. So here we have the personal savings rate. So that's how much people have in the bank. We have credit card balances for how much people have racked up their cards at least recently. Okay. So this right here, the gray box right here in the middle, that is the recession that happened at the beginning of 2020, right before the pandemic, like 2 months before the pandemic. So we kind of got a double whammy there. Okay. We had the recession happen and then the pandemic took over from there. So what you see here on the savings rate is the first stimmy check. Okay. That's our first stimulus that we got there. Okay. Now, everything was closed at this point. You know, you couldn't go do anything. You couldn't go anywhere. There wasn't a whole lot. I mean, you know, yeah, you get it. You remember, I'm sure, just as well as I do. So right. So that right there basically shows that everybody put their stimulus check into the bank and also paid down their credit card balances, which is a good thing for them to do, right? So then you come over here to the next stimulus check, which is our next second little bubble here. And that was spent even faster than the first because stuff was open then. I mean, you had to wear a mask or whatever, but people were spending the money. Okay. They were out using it because, man, the last year had not been fun. So I am going to live large, right? That's kind of how people were looking at it. And then, of course, it was followed by the third stimulus check again, and again spent even more quickly. And now for the last year or so, we've seen the savings rate come down to about a 5% amount versus the 10% we were riding at before. Also, though, the credit cards have gone up, even passing our previous all-time high that now is, I mean, way beyond, right, where that's at. So the problem is people have a lot of debt right now and not much savings right now, okay? So, and it kind of even goes further than that, that here on their credit cards, they were paying 14% interest, and here they're paying 22% interest. So it's compounding the problem even more. It's making it worse. So people are in a kind of a tight spot. I mean, and not to just keep going on it, but the average car payment now has doubled in the last 3 years. Now it's around $800 on average, okay? With 17% of those being over $1,000 a month for their car payment. And all of that's sort of understated because now those are like 6-year loans instead of 5 or 4-year loans like they used to be, because people are spreading it out because it's so dang expensive, right? So what do we do about that problem? And how, what else is going on currently that could help these people? Well, their average loan to value is really low. So this means 42% is what they owe on their house and 58% is their equity. That's the average per Black Knight right now. People are swimming in equity, okay? This also shows that the average is $185,000 that they could access as cash out. So what do people normally do? They think, oh man, I could sell my house. I could use all that money and go throw it down on a down payment and buy another house, and I could move up or what? I see lenders back there shaking their heads. Okay. Doesn't usually work out so well, does it? So the question is do they really have a 3% rate? Okay. Everybody's going to be on that bandwagon. Oh, I got a 3%. It's like they accomplished something, right? Oh, I have a 3% interest rate and I'm not moving. I don't care what you say, right? But do you actually have a 3% rate? Okay. Now, in this example, all of their debts are added up plus all their interest rates, giving them a blended rate of 6.331. Now, this could be anything from 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's not always going to be at 6. Here's the thing, though. Only 23% of people have an interest rate that's 3% or less. So even though everybody's screaming from the roof, oh, I got to look below 3, they don't all have to below 3%. That's not the actual numbers, okay? So 23% of people have a rate under 3, okay? So 23%, right. So this is a very good exercise to do with people to show them what rate they're actually paying, okay? So this is a strategy that you can use for people that have debt. Now, this isn't going to work for somebody that doesn't have any debt, okay? But we've already seen that there's a lot of debt right now nationally, okay? So let's do a scenario real quick. Borrower's current rate is 3%. Today's rate, 6.75-ish, okay? The original purchase that they did 6 years ago was for $500,000. They put 20% down and they got a loan of $400,000. Today's value for that house is $695,000 because it's appreciated in 6 years. Obviously, we all know that. Through amortization, they've paid down their loan balance to $343,000. Cost to sell would be about $35,000, giving them available equity of about $317,000. And then I'll even take it a step further and take off their closing costs for the new home to show how much money they're going to have available for this purchase, okay? So they have $305,000 to use. Proposed purchase, because remember, this is a move up, okay? So now they're buying an $850,000 house where they're leaving a $695,000 house, okay? So most people would just go, I'm putting every cent of it to the down payment because I want the lowest monthly payment possible, right? Lowest monthly, that's all that's important to me. Okay. The problem is, though, the monthly payment increase of $2,572. How many people lately have you seen that enjoy that payment shock? Not very many of them. The borrower is obviously reluctant to give up their 3% rate because remember, they accomplished that. Okay. But the borrower does have debt. So let's explore this a little bit. Okay. So here's kind of the way that the scenario works. 25.72 for their deficit. But the big thing here is that they're putting a whole lot of money down. See, they're only going to be 64%. They're putting over 35% down. So they got a lot of room right here before they ever get to that 80%, which is when like mortgage insurance would kick in. Okay. Now, even mortgage insurance is going to be really minimal between 80 and 85%. We all know that too. I mean, it's chump change. So a lot of the times that can even work to our benefit. But all that to be said, what if instead of putting all this money down, we put less money down, take a larger mortgage payment, a larger mortgage and a larger mortgage payment, but we knock out all the debt? Huh. Now, somebody that's planning on doing a move up buy, don't you think they'd be cool with $286 a month? I mean, they need that yard or that extra room or whatever the case may be there, right? 286 is a stomachable amount, isn't it? So that's something that we can do to help alleviate the payment shock. And maybe that gets you a listing and a buy from somebody that was staunchly on the fence. I'm not moving anywhere, no way, no how. Right? So hopefully that's a tool for your tool belt that you can use this year. Maybe get yourself 2 sides and then obviously help these people get out of the debt they're under and also into the home of their dreams. Okay. So it can be a win-win scenario for a lot of different reasons. Okay. So that's mine. Thank you, Dan Artis, over at Barrett Financial Group. Appreciate you guys. Yep. All right, I have American gift cards. Cash spends anywhere, so. Katie Glensner, yeah.
So, Jamie, this is all we set up. All you gotta do is. Good morning. Just hope everybody has a good Christmas and a happy New Year's. And my name is John. This is my lovely wife, Mary, and we are with Cali Building Home Inspections. Most of you know who we are. Some of the funny things and crazy things that a lighter side of real estate that I've seen this year. What happened? I messed up. Oh, there we go. I was doing an inspection one day up in the mountains and I opened up this cabin and about jumped out of my seat, out of my feet. Man, it's a sucker says like, looked at me and I, whoa. Yeah, man. Then I realized it was fake. Okay. Yeah, it was a little statue or whatever. Yeah. But man, can you imagine that? Wow. And then this is hey, all in one. You got a toilet and shower all in one spot. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. And that's up in the mountains. A lot of mountain homes, but I tell you, they do some strange things out there. And then this was last Christmas. I was at a house and got visited. But anyway, this is some of the funny things some of the stuff I've seen over the years. As far as tools go, I would like to offer, as a home inspection company, we could be the deal breaker, we could be your friend or your enemy all in one day. But I would like to offer that, we would to help you out is to do a pre-inspection, but not even a full pre-inspection. Just look at the big items. Your heating, AC, the roof, plumbing, electrical. Those are your big money items that are pretty much going to close the deal anyways. And I've worked with a lot of agents, some in this room and a lot of other ones. If you got a question, just give us a call, and we'd be glad to look at it. And me as a general contractor, I've been building homes in Bakersfield for a long time. So I pretty much know, and if I can't fix it, I have somebody who can fix it. And I'll gladly send them your way. But as far as that goes, we're just happy, that we've been here. You guys have supported us and we want to help you. But like I said, as far as inspection go, if you got a question, you need something, just ask us. And I would like to hear from anybody in here on what we can do to better help you and serve you. Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Now, the service about is that for the seller?
Yeah, for the seller, yeah.
So if someone's trying to decide whether to sell or what it would take to sell, you can help them with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And not only can we look at it, but see, I have 2 businesses. I have the home inspection business and I have a construction business. I'm a general contractor. So we can offer you, the service of getting it fixed and getting it ready to put it on the market, so you can be able to sell it, make it an easier transaction. Anybody else have anything they want to help give us information to better help and serve you? No? Okay. Well, I was glad, like I said, I'm John, this is Mary, and she's going to give something away.
Good morning, y'all. this is our last meeting here at the board. And so I just personally want to thank everybody that has supported. Oh, okay. Sorry. He didn't want me to say it. I'm sorry. Okay. So we're moving back to back to Arkansas to help take care of my mom. And Paul is, he's our other inspector. He'll be taking over. But we've been at the association for 5 years, something like that. And we have really gained a lot of knowledge from you agents, and we're taking stuff, in our tool belt when we, go into the future. But I just want to say thank you for allowing us to be a part of y'all and serving on the committees here, and just the relationships that we've made are priceless. So thank you. We are giving away a gift card to our most favorite restaurant here in Bakersfield. It's La Costa, Mauricio. Is that how you say it? Mauricio. That's a white girl trying to say it. Sorry. And if you win this, let me tell you, the seasoned cooks are at the Ice House. They have one there and also one at River. How do you say it? Yeah, River. So, go ahead.
Okay, and the winner is Jackie Gareda. Did I say that right?
Thank you, thank you. I always love it when Mary says y'all, the way so cute. I know she is. I don't know if Arkansas is ready for Mary though. Good morning, everybody. I'm Cheryl Nunn. I am your local mortgage expert. Couple things. My topic. Guess what Santa's bringing? New loan amounts. Yay! Higher loan amounts. You should have received this flyer. If you didn't, we've got more in the back by our coffee bar. FHA maximum loan amount, not sales price, but loan amount is $498,257 FHA. Pretty substantial. And then this used to be a jumbo loan back in the day, but the conforming maximum loan amounts is $766,550. That's $766,550. That's conventional. FHA is $498,257. Yeah. So that's pretty amazing. And then CalHFA, California Dream for All. How many got clients in on that this year? Went quick, didn't it? Went really quick, didn't it? Right? It's like blink, gone. Yeah. So anyways, I'm just going to play a little something for you. This is directly from CalHFA. It's not from a mortgage lender and their opinions or anything like that. This is directly from CalHFA. And this is good. You'll like this.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eric Johnson, subbing in from Ollie Ellis. Welcome to the CalHFA update. There are two very important things I want to talk about for our video today. Of course, we'll talk about the latest on Dream for All, but let's also talk about some of the misinformation surrounding Dream for All, especially on social media. CalHFA sent out an e-news shortly after we found out we were getting additional funding. Let you all know we would announce a timeline in the fall. That's a timeline, not the full program. We still fully intend on releasing our timeline probably later this month, which is still the fall, but we don't expect the program to be available until well into next year. We have to ask you to please stop posting and soliciting for clients to get pre-approved for Dream for All. Some loan officers and brokers are representing that they have some connection that's going to make their deal work, and clients need to get in line now. That simply is not true. One thing we know for sure is that the program will be very different from how it was in April, and pre-approvals won't work. You know what? Let's get into what I do know and can share. I think the most significant change is in the process itself. Although it's not 100% finalized yet, we plan to have a pre-registration system that could include a lottery and geographic set-asides. That means that any sort of wait list for your clients will not give them any sort of priority. You all have seen the demand around this program, and the funding is very limited. We expect thousands of homeowners to apply for these loans. That's why we're looking at using a lottery, to be fair. I also want to be very clear that you should not be promising your borrowers anything. If they are eligible for other programs like My Home, that may be the best way for them to achieve homeownership. We saw a big uptick in My Home reservations in April when loan officers and brokers realized that My Home might be a better fit for their clients. So check it out. Here's one way it might work. As part of the pre-registration system, we plan to launch a website where the borrower will register and upload supporting documentation. We'll communicate the details well in advance of that to ensure folks are ready. It'll be open for a predetermined amount of time, then it will close. Those applicants will be pre-screened, and the lottery will pull by geographic location a random selection of eligible borrowers who will receive a voucher for Dream for All. Once they have that voucher, they will have a specified amount of time to go shopping for their new home. So here's the too long, didn't listen. Being first to register will give no advantage, as this won't be a first come, first served situation. Please also look at CalHFA's existing product line, and specifically the down payment assistance from My Home. For those who qualify, My Home could be a better way for first-time homebuyers to grow wealth through real estate, as My Home doesn't have the shared appreciation requirement. So the borrower gets to keep all the appreciation on the home, rather than paying a portion back to the program fund. It may be a much better deal for your clients in the long run. Finally, please be sure that your client understands this is not a grant. The loan and a portion of appreciation must be repaid. As always, we love working with you and look forward to helping you help your clients make their dream a reality.
So I could not have said that any better. I thought, let's just hear it from the horse's mouth, right? Because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And I admit, I have heard them all. So when I found this video, I thought, but okay, the thing is, we're not in the fall, we're now in the winter. I don't know if you caught that. So there was a recent update. It looks like the state board got together and the state budget approved at their last board meeting. And this was October 26th to be exact. And I'll quote it. It says, "We anticipate a release date for the program in early spring of 2024 with official program details and announcement coming in January." So that's the most recent update from this video. And if you're interested, if you want to kind of keep track of it, you're welcome to go to calhfa.ca.gov. And of course, you're going to see a wide array of programs and products there, but you want to look for the California Dream for All. And that's the 20% down shared appreciation program. And that's it for my piece. If you have any other questions afterwards, feel free, I'll be hanging around. Feel free to come get me. And I have for a gift, I've got an Amazon gift card and a really pretty poinsettia. So let me draw a winner.
I think you have a question. Jeannie, just a second.
Yes.
If I can briefly piggyback on that.
Sure.
The reason we ran out of funding on the
Mhm.
last round is because the fund was approved. And for all of you who do not contribute to the Realtor Action Fund, pay attention. We had gotten the money approved. And then as they're balancing the budget, they took half of it out.
Mhm.
And so that's why you have a new up. We did what we could to pressure them to release all the money on the first go around.
Mhm.
And the second part of it is the reason that they're saying it's going to be a lottery is because the people who received the funds were in one pocket the last time around. So they're trying to be much more fair about it. But this goes to realtors being active and paying attention to their political action.
Yep.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you for that addition. Did they say what the new fund is going to be, the amount? Last time it was what, 200 million? Did they say what the new is going to be? Is it going to be the same? Do you know?
I think the original ask was for 500, so we're asking for the balance. Do I really know what
Okay.
they're going to release? No, I
Okay.
don't.
because I couldn't really find anything specific on that. So that kind of led me to believe, there's a reason for it. So hopefully in January, we'll know a little bit more about that. So good things coming. I'm excited for 2024 for sure. Okay, Jamie, draw a card. No, you didn't. You sat in the right seat. Okay, we have Will Chandler. Congratulations. And who is after me? Okay, Karina's up next. Here you go, Will. That's for you. You do. You get that with it. I didn't want that to fall out. So there you go. Enjoy. And Karina is up next.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I've said this a few times, but I have not been up here in over 15 years until this year. Yay, Dan, right? That was awesome. I'm so excited. Yay, Cheryl. So I guess it's from that perspective, refreshing to see I'm a lender. People at the top, like giving you good information. So I need to, Jamie, you might need to help me out. Okay, where am I? Okay, proprietary products. I have quite a few shiny objects. I'm going to try and go through them quickly. And if you have any questions, just grab me at the end or afterwards. So there I am. That's me. That's corporate. We have a compliance department that makes us put all this fancy stuff together. So there we go. This is their fluff. There were about 5 of these, and I took them out as best I could. So here, I guess this will be emailed, right? So if you want to, you'll get the email of APM corporate. How about that? And then you can look at that. So APM is a broker and a banker. Broker, I wrote 30 options for niche products. Banker, here's the most important stuff. Okay, so we have our wholesale arm. One of the biggest products that I've been utilizing as of late was I've been finding realtors that really want pre-quals because it's so competitive, and then everything falls through, right? And then you have contingency, and the person in the last of the dominoes, first one falls out. So we will do a fully to be determined underwritten pre-approval. Everything goes to underwriting. We look at income, assets, all subject to appraisal. From that, if they have that to be determined approval, the disclosure is 21 days or less. But if you have an appraisal waiver on the file, 10 days can be closed, no problem. It's fully to be determined, fully underwritten. A few shiny objects. This has helped to stimulate some of your buyers sitting on the fence because everyone says, oh, but rates are going to fall by the end of the year. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to keep waiting. So right now we have closed before 3/31/24. Then you can refinance by the end of the year with no lender's fees, no processing, and underwriting fee. Within the home affordable sector, we currently have direct with Fannie, a 1% down product. It's income-based qualifiers. So just knowing Kern County, it probably would put them around the $300,000 to $325,000 purchase price where rates are currently. As rates drop, that'll go up, right? We also have direct with Chase, the community lending product, which is a second mortgage, silent second, and that's a geography qualifier. So I can send you a link. You'll look up the geography locations. I would say a lot of parts out Shafter, Wasco, east side of town, I think Tehachapi areas, just to give you an idea. Then direct with FHA, another shiny object. I'm not a huge fan of this. It's almost similar to the CalHAFA program. I don't see Cheryl, she's hiding, there she is. Anyways, it's a 40-year fixed loan direct with FHA, and it's an equity share position. So if you really want someone that you feel that can't get their credit up, had a bankruptcy a year ago, and they really want to buy a house now, and they can't wait 12 months maybe to work on things, then that's the program that we would look at. Another shiny object, this is what I use all the time, is our Star Loan. It's for educators, firefighters, police, sheriff, correction officers, CHP, big basket there. We reduce the processing and underwriting fee by $500 each for a total of $1,000. So you have a borrower like that, it's reduced, and you're golden. Everyone likes to save $1 right now. Sure, go ahead. I'm just, yeah, you go, Will, correct? Go right ahead. What am I doing? Oh, Mary's pointing at me. I apologize.
Show teachers, firefighters, et cetera. Would that include retirees?
Yes, I got that on actually nationwide. Yes, because I've been servicing these people for 20 years and then they go retire and they don't get to save $1,000. I was like, yeah. So yes, retirees.
Widows of,
I would fight for that because the widows, yeah.
okay.
And they're receiving retirement funds from their pension or PERS or something of the sort.
Yes.
Income wise. Yeah, I would think I could get that. Yeah. So one thing, I've been with APM my entire 20 years. So when you've been with, anyways, I could fight for that, I guess. I don't know how to, yeah, I don't know how to say that. And like, anyways. Okay, this is another, I don't know. I don't think we're having many transaction close late, are we? Not on time right now? Yeah, but when we were, right, when everyone was backed up and you're like, oh no, we can't close for 3 weeks. And you're like, oh my gosh, this lender just told me, go ahead.
I can tell you from the 1031 exchange side, I wish I had $1 for every time I called escrow to say, I'm just following up. Is this closing tomorrow? And they say, we're waiting for loan docs.
Yeah, see, that
Still
just,
now.
yeah. And for my partners and peers in this room, I don't see that happening a ton, you know? We wouldn't be on the, well, yeah, we'd be booted at the door. Okay, but when it does come back, so we have 2 programs for keys on time, and some of you with my buyers may have seen this. So we have a full keys on time, and then a light keys on time. Full keys on time is if your fully underwritten borrower has their full pre-approval, you can, we guarantee the keys on time, and they can choose if they don't close on time, they can get the $2,000. You can give it to the seller as incentive to accept their offer for the $2,000, or they can split it. It just doesn't matter. There's a little contract, 1 pager. It's pretty awesome. I was going to say something bad, something else, but it's pretty awesome. And then we have a light program, which basically, oh, there's my screen. The light program is for the file that's not fully underwritten, and it's the keys on time light, and it's $1,000. So once again, they can keep it for themselves. But I try and tell people, give it to your seller, show your seller that you're going to close. And if you're not going to close on time and you're a day late, they get $1,000. And essentially what happens is I pay it, and I think I left it on here. I don't know. Anyways, the corporate pays part of it and I pay part of it. So that's that. Okay, what else? Oh, one more shiny object. Locally, our panel is senior certified appraisers. So when banking and we're with APM, I can't choose them, but you're gonna hear names like Jeff Ferris, Philip Price, Steve McGarr. Anyways, my brain's, so you got it. So we have what's called service delivery, and we would deliver the appraisal within 7 business days on a normal. And this was more utilized when appraisals were taking like 30 days or something insane. We could still get them. I think the service delivery went up to 10 days, but then we have rush for 3 business days. So extra fee. And, oh, that's me and that's Teddy. So no questions. Ken told me I needed to put my picture on things, and I asked corporate if I could put me and Teddy, and they said no, but I stuck it in there. So there you go. They don't know. Okay, so then I keep going, right, Jamie? Perfect. Any questions? Just grab me after. Okay, perfect. To Smith. Oh, I didn't even see what I was giving away. Hold on. Don't get too excited. Okay, so Dan did this about 9 months ago, and I thought it was just rad when he's like, I got some cash in my pocket. So I copied you, and here's some, what did you call them? Americana dollars? American gift cards. Okay, 25 bucks. Here you go. Yay. You're so welcome. And then, oh, Ken, I get to introduce Ken and put my picture. Okay.
Good morning. I'm Ken Peterson with Empire Sign Company. We get you noticed is our priority. We put your sign out there. We maintain the post. We store your signs for you. We loan you writers to put on them. We have brochure boxes. We also, it's getting darker at night. Isn't anyone noticed? 5 o'clock, it's already dark. We offer solar lights. So the buyers, potential buyers that are coming home late at night can still see your sign. So we offer that. And we go everywhere. We offer Tehachapi at the same price as we offer Bakersfield. So if you have a listing up there, there's no mileage charge and everything. So go ahead. Current city, California City. I do go, believe it or not, I go all the way to Lancaster, Santa Clarita. I've been up to Fresno.
What about Kern City? I mean, California City.
California City's in there. Ridgecrest too. But there's mileage for those out of area ones. I offered Tehachapi because it pays me gas money to get home. And so, go ahead.
I have a question. So do you do by zip codes on certain days, or if if you do out 93306 on a certain day or every day?
I try to get them every day. I route my route in a loop here in Bakersfield. Like today, I'm starting right around here, ending up in Taft.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, there's an additional charge to cover it.
Guys, we're on Zoom, and so they need to have the microphone. So
Okay. The solar lights are an additional cost and everything. One of the biggest things I see out there, this is the tip. So realtors, you guys want your sign out there into the last possible day. Okay. But then time you order it on that day of closing, it may be a day or so afterwards, and your buyers pull up to the house and there's a sign in front of it. And what they do is they yank it out. I've seen signs damaged, posts damaged, and everything. So my recommendation is when the loan docs are ordered, request your removal. And with me, you can select the removal date. So if it's 3 days out, you pick that date. And then I know to go out there on that day and grab it for you. And if something happens and it doesn't close, you can change the date. You can cancel that removal or whatever. But you don't wait until the last day to order your sign down. So, any other questions? A screenshot? Nah, I got cards and pins in the back. So grab them. Thank you. Okay, door prize. I actually got a new you get to choose your your gift card. You go to the website on the back, scratch it out, and they'll populate whatever they're sponsoring. I mean, this one says Panera, Cracker Barrel, Red Lobster. So you get to choose what works for you. And this is for Pamela Finn. Fine. Thank you.
And up next, Barb Wells, San Joaquin Valley Mortgage. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey, I've got kind of frog in my throat, so I'm gonna keep it really short because I know you don't want me to stand up here and cough. I'm talking about our private money programs today. We can finance almost anything, 30, depending on loan to value. Typically, we want 30 to 35% down, vacant land, 50% down, combining more than one property and equity. If somebody's buying another house and they've got 50% equity in the property they already own, we can wrap those two properties together and they can maybe just come in with closing costs. So it's all really dependent on equity, not so much about credit score. We do have some income qualifications for owner occupied properties, but for non-owner, there is no income qualifying. So I have brochures in the back room and my business cards, and that's all I'm going to say today. Except I do want to say something about my gift card. I did go to the new Wooddale to buy a gift card because we all like to shop local. The new store is really beautiful. If you haven't been out there yet, they were offline. I did not have time to drive back to Ming Avenue and buy one. So I got a Visa gift card, but I am encouraging people, whoever wins it, to please spend it at Wooddale because that was my intention. And the winner is Crystal Dillard. And Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah. Good morning again. So we're almost done. I wanted to, let's see. My name's Veronica with Buena Vista Mortgage. And
my name is Lourdes and I'm Veronica's assistant.
So we're very happy to be here. Thank you. So let's see. Which one is here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, we really appreciate your time for coming. So we're going to talk about a couple scenarios that I have saved this year. So I had a client who was trying to get qualified with one of our competitors with their taxes, and they were just no good at all. So what we did is they had a really high credit score and they had a lot of reserves. So we were able to do 20% down, any credit score over 740. And the rates typically are going to be these two scenarios and maybe 0.5% to 1% of whatever traditional financing is. So it's not like a huge difference, but we're not looking at income taxes at all, no income documentation. So just credit and assets. So we were able to help these clients get their second home in Stockdale Estates for over $750,000. So agent was happy because we were able to get the buyer into a bigger home. So this is one of the programs. So get another tool for you. Bank statement program as well. So if anybody is owner occupied, the same as the prior program is owner occupied as well. No tax returns, down payment 10%, FICO score over 700. We could do bank statements, 12 to 24 months. So basically the underwriter before the client shops will look at the average deposits and take into consideration what's called the expense factor. So we help the client complete a business narrative. It'll say what their business expenses are annually, and they'll take that into consideration. So we were able to save another deal as well today, this year, and gift funds are allowed. So both of these programs are 30-year fix, no prepayment penalty. So it's really, really great. These are just one of the few programs or many programs we offer. Most importantly, I think what sets us apart is our good communication and our availability. So any after hours, I mean, we're available and we're both bilingual. So I wanted to leave you with something, and a lot of you have already heard it, but just to make it a little fun. So we're going to try this out again today. So, and I'm sure some of you guys probably already know. So we were like, well, let's come up with a different little skit for Christmas, but no, we're just gonna stick to this one. Okay, hopefully you can hear it. Okay. Thank you. My son's like, can someone record? I'm like, no. Okay, 1 second. When rates are high in your neighborhood, who are you gonna call? Loan Busters. Sorry, we were a little off there, but you might not hire us for that. We're not going to give up our day job. So
We do loans. We don't sing. But yeah.
Thank you so much.
We're available parties.
Thank you so much. And Karen. Oh yes, our gift. So I thought, well, usually people give like wine and stuff. So this time what I did, a modelo to go with La Cabaña gift card. So let's see. Okay, go ahead, Jamie. Yeah, you gotta be the person. And they're gonna say I'm biased, and I don't. Belen Gonzalez. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and have a Merry Christmas.
Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Faulkner. I know many of you. Thank you for coming today. I just wanted to let you know that I specialize just in reverse mortgages. So how many people have heard bad things about reverse mortgages? Yes. They are not as bad as you think. I promise we are not stealing people's homes. We are simply just lending money and not expecting a house payment back in return. Of course, the homeowner has to be 62 and older. And for the jumbos, it's 55. So that's a new thing. And, you know, there's a lot of misconceptions about the reverse mortgage. I just wanted to let you know I have some literature about it to clear all of those things up. I have been specializing just in reverse mortgages since 2004. It makes a big difference for someone who specializes in them versus just doing 1 or 2 a year. It really does. They're a very complex product, and they are the safest loan that you can get because no house payment is actually due. You can make a payment if you would like. Some people do that. I've had quite a few people that will pay for their kids, the grandkids' colleges, and they'll pay it down, pay for the next kid. They're giving inheritances now. But I also specialize in the reverse for purchase. So what that offers you for realtors is giving your clients more purchase power, which is great. How many of your clients actually want to get the bigger and better home, but they feel stuck, right? They have, let's say, $200,000, $300,000 from the sale of their current home. They want to live next to their kids, or I actually just did one, and they wanted to move next to the grandkids. Let's face it, it's not about the kids, it's about the grandkids. And the grandkids were moving down to Marina Del Rey, and they thought, there's no way I will be able to afford to move from Bakersfield, which is, pretty affordable. Yeah, they got a condo. They literally sit on their couch, look out at the ocean, and they are a mile from their grandkids. So everyone's a happy camper. We were able to do that. It gives more purchase power to your clients, and it also puts more money in your pocket, right? You get to purchase, they get to purchase more, you get more commissions. Let's see what else I was going to say here. Oh, just wanted to let you know, with a reverse mortgage, if they have bad credit, also don't think that they're just going to be denied. What happens is the underwriter will just say, hey, we have to keep property taxes and insurance set aside out of their equity. It's a great program. We don't go based off of FICOs. It's off of late payments and stuff like that. But again, I've specialized in that. We have a dedicated purchase team. I just closed one out, and it closed in, well, we were ready to go in 9 days. So that was appraisal, everything. And then of course we had to wait for funds and all of that. Yes.
When you're evaluating these, is it based on the mortality of each individual? Is there a health underwriting, or is it based on a general?
Yeah, so there's no health underwrite. It's based off of the age of the youngest borrower. And of course, how the calculation is, they're insured by HUD unless it's a proprietary, but it's just based off of the age of the youngest borrower, the home value, and the interest rate, and then a calculation comes out. So there's no true loan to value on these either.
So what is this loan called? Is it like an FHA?
It's reverse mortgage, or you'll hear it reverse for purchase, H4P.
So that's in other words, who sponsors it? Is it FHA, Fannie Mae, or?
So FHA insures the loan. Yeah. Yep. So I was also going to say that, let me put on my slides. So if any of you are having open houses, I can actually create a flyer for you to put out at your open houses. This one's out at Seven Oaks, and but certainly, you know, wherever they're at, I could help you help sell. You know, they don't have to come up with 100%. They have no house payments for as long as they occupy it as their primary residence. And if they're doing a new build, they could also get more upgrades, right? More money, more money. And this is something that I could run for any financial planners, really for you as well, realtors, any professionals. But this is a wonderful tool that we have, and it shows the difference between if they paid just all cash or if they did it with a reverse mortgage, and what their net equity would be to leave their heirs. Because a lot of people think, oh my gosh, if I do a reverse mortgage and I don't make any payments, I will have zero equity to leave for my heirs. That is actually not the truth. We don't lend 100% of your money. So if you have any questions, you want any additional information, I certainly have that for you. And I would be happy to help any of you. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, and gift card. This is for New Vintage Grill. I don't know if any of you have been there. It's local. Love, love, love it. Their nachos are to die for, and breakfast, anything. Oh, pastrami sandwich too, just saying. Shorty. Let's see. Elizabeth. I don't know how to say that. Quizada? Oh, sorry. I did not say that. I butchered it. I apologize. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Karen. Well, everyone, that wraps up our 2023 A-Team to the Rescue event. Thank you guys for coming. We have a